Actually, I went to American Idol camp back in 2007. I know it's totally cheesy, but Kimberly Locke was a guest speaker, and she talked about how she went to Belmont, and that's the first time I heard of it. And I knew that it was in Nashville, and I'm a country singer, so it just kind of all fit together. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be completely lame and say my very favorite thing about Belmont is the basketball team, the basketball games. I know, because I feel like everybody talks about the music, but I love going to the games. I'm the biggest fan, I can tell you that. So I guess the whole environment, the school spirit and the attitudes at the games, and of course watching basketball is a lot of fun. I love that. I first started singing when I was very little after I watched The Little Mermaid, because I wanted to be just like Ariel. But the first time I really decided that I wanted to pursue country music was when I heard LeAnn Rimes, her Blue record, I guess the single, and I fell in love with her. She was so young at the time, and I was like, oh, I can do that because I'm young too. And so she really kick-started my country music career. But I grew up listening to country music even though I'm from California, so I've always really had that around me and part of my life. I actually started in musical theater. So, I mean, Broadway, definitely, up until about 8th grade, I stopped doing that. The stuff that I have out now, I think, is more on the country pop side, which I don't like to say because I don't really like that country pop term, but the stuff that I've been writing and working on lately has been much more, I guess, a throwback to the old country. I look up to Loretta Lynn, she's like my hero. So that's really the kind of country I want to do. But I like the rock-driven stuff like Keith and Jason Aldean, and my very favorite is Eric Church. He's probably my ultimate inspiration, like how I want my music to sound. I like to write based on things that I know, but a lot of times I like to make up stories or write about things that I hear about or just random ideas that spark in my head. So I think there's always an element of truth to my music, but it's not necessarily autobiographical. Gosh, okay, every single time I write a new song, it becomes my very favorite song. And I just wrote this new one. Actually, it's kind of clever. It's about Jack Daniels. It's called The Man in Black, and I have not released it or anything, but I really think it's clever and funny, and I like that one a lot. I think that my dedication to the old country, like Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Hank Williams Jr., that kind of era of country music is going to set me apart, because I think a lot of people today are going more, I hate to say, like the Taylor Swift route, or even Carrie Underwood. I love her to death, but I think that my dedication to keeping country is going to set me apart from other people my age, my generation, who are trying to do it and are going more pop than country. I have a guilty obsession with Eminem. I love Eminem. He's gross and not normal for people like country music singer to like, but I love Eminem. And I also love Jessie J. I think that the moment I'll know that I've made it is when I get inducted into the Grand Ole Opry. That's my ultimate goal. And if that happens, and when that happens, I will be set. Anything can happen in my career from then, and it'll be fine. Because I think that's really what I'm aiming for. Typically, I guess, do a shot of Jack Daniels, and I'm a small person, but I feel like my music is fiery and it packs a punch, like whiskey. It burns. I mean, I don't know. I just think that that's a good definition of my music, because it's not. I don't want to be like cookie cutter, Taylor Swifty, good girl, innocent. I mean, that makes me sound terrible, but it's more edgy, more punchy, fiery, icy, like a pistol. I don't know. It made sense in my head.